What if I told you that taking Social Security at 62 could actually be the smartest financial move you'll ever make? I know that sounds crazy because every retirement expert tells you to wait until 70 to maximize your benefits. But here's the thing they don't want you to know. There are specific situations where filing early isn't just smart, it's absolutely brilliant. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly when early filing could put thousands of extra dollars in your pocket. Let me start with a story that will blow your mind. Last month, I met with a couple who were agonizing over when to take Social Security. The husband was 62, the wife was 60, and they were using one of those basic break-even calculators online. You know, the ones that tell you exactly when you'll break even if you wait versus taking benefits early. But here's what shocked me. That same calculator gave them completely different answers when we changed just one assumption about their life expectancy by 3 years. This is exactly why the Social Security Administration actually removed their break-even calculator from their website. They realized people were making massive financial mistakes based on overly simplified analysis. The truth is there are over 700 different Social Security filing strategies, and the basic break-even analysis ignores most of the factors that actually matter for your specific situation. So let's dive into the real math behind Social Security timing decisions. I'm going to use an example that will make this crystal clear. Meet Professor Pat, who earned about $90,000 in their final working year. Now, if Pat takes Social Security at 62, they'll receive about $2,238 per month. If they wait until their full retirement age of 67, that jumps to $3,198 per month. And if they delay all the way until 70, they'll get $3,966 monthly. Now here's where it gets interesting. Using traditional break-even analysis with a life expectancy of 84 years, filing early would give Pat about $615,000 total over their lifetime. Filing at full retirement age would net about $687,000, and waiting until 70 would bring in around $710,000. So conventional wisdom says wait, right? Wrong. Here's what changes everything. If we adjust Pat's life expectancy by just 3 years, down to 81 instead of 84, suddenly filing at full retirement age becomes the better choice. Drop it to 78 years, and filing at 62 becomes almost identical to filing at full retirement age. The optimal strategy in that scenario, taking benefits at 65. But life expectancy isn't the only variable that completely transforms this decision. Let's talk about cost of living adjustments, or COLAs. In basic break-even analysis, these are often set to 0, but that's not realistic. When we factor in realistic COLA increases, the differences become staggering. With average COLAs, the difference between filing at 62 versus full retirement age isn't just a few $1,000s, it's $168,000. The difference between filing at 62 versus waiting until 70, a massive $246,000 decision. And we haven't even talked about spousal benefits yet. If you're married, coordinated filing strategies can completely flip the conventional wisdom on its head. This is why personal finance truly is personal, and why cookie-cutter advice often leads to costly mistakes. Now, despite all these complexities, there are 7 specific situations where filing for Social Security at 62 makes absolute financial sense. And I'm going to walk you through each one because understanding these could save you from leaving money on the table. The first reason is health-related. If your personal health or family history suggests you have a lower chance of living past your break-even age, filing early ensures you maximize what you receive during your actual lifetime. Think about it this way. Social Security benefits you can't collect because you're not here to receive them are worthless. Filing early guarantees you get the most out of your contributions while you're alive to enjoy them. The second reason ties into quality of life during your healthiest retirement years. Your early 60s are often when you have the most energy, physical ability, and mental clarity. This is when you want to travel, pursue hobbies, and spend quality time with loved ones. Having access to Social Security benefits during this period helps you create meaningful experiences when you're most capable of enjoying them fully, even if it means smaller payments later. Here's the third reason, and it's one of the smartest strategies I see. If your other savings are invested, taking Social Security early can potentially allow those investments to grow to much higher levels before you need to use them. Instead of drawing down your investment accounts, you live on Social Security while your portfolio continues growing. This can result in substantially more wealth over your lifetime. The fourth reason applies to married couples and involves unlocking spousal benefits. If your spouse can't claim spousal benefits until you file, then filing early might unlock additional household income through that spousal benefit. Spousal benefits can provide up to 50% of your full retirement age benefit, which can be significant especially if your spouse didn't work long enough to qualify for substantial benefits of their own. This strategy often makes the most sense when there's a large earnings gap between spouses. Now here's the fifth reason, and this is huge. If your partner has significantly higher benefits but shorter life expectancy, filing early allows you to collect your own benefit while they're alive, then switch to their larger survivor benefit when they pass away. This scenario, where the higher earning spouse has serious health issues, makes early filing almost a no-brainer. You ensure you receive some of your own Social Security income while preparing for the financial transition to their larger benefit. The sixth reason is one of the least discussed but potentially most valuable: market timing opportunities. If you're drawing down your retirement accounts but there's a major market decline, that might be the perfect time to start Social Security early. Think back to the financial crisis, the dot-com crash, or 9/11. These were market declines of over 50%. If your portfolio lost significant value and you were living off those investments, starting Social Security early would have bought you time to let your investments recover instead of selling at massive losses. Alternatively, if you weren't drawing down your portfolio but the market crashed, you could start Social Security early and invest that money into the depressed markets to potentially earn higher returns during the recovery. These scenarios create opportunities that Social Security income can help you capitalize on. The seventh reason involves tax planning around something called provisional income. Currently, up to 85% of your Social Security benefits could be taxable depending on your other income sources. If you have low provisional income now but expect larger income sources later, like pension payments, annuity distributions, or required minimum distributions from retirement accounts, after age 73, filing early could help you avoid taxes on Social Security until those other income sources begin. And sometimes there's an eighth reason that trumps all the sophisticated strategies: you simply need the money. Life doesn't always go according to plan. Whether it's unexpected medical bills, supporting a family member, or just not having enough savings to cover living expenses, filing early can provide crucial financial stability. Social Security exists as a safety net, and it's perfectly acceptable to use it when you need it most. But here's what's critical to understand. These aren't decisions you should make quickly or emotionally. Each situation requires careful analysis of your specific circumstances, health, family situation, other income sources, and financial goals. Let me give you a framework for making this decision properly. First, run the basic break-even analysis, but don't stop there. Second, honestly assess your individual circumstances, including health, family longevity, financial obligations, and whether family members depend on your benefits. Third, consider what other financial opportunities early filing might unlock, whether that's spousal benefits, investment strategies, or tax planning advantages. Remember, the average retirement age in America is currently 62, and 2/3 of retirees start Social Security before their full retirement age. But just because you retire doesn't mean you're obligated to start Social Security immediately. If you save diligently, have investment income, or are fortunate enough to have a pension, you might live on those sources for several years while allowing your Social Security benefit to grow by roughly 8% annually. The key insight here is that Social Security timing isn't just about maximizing the total dollars you'll receive over your lifetime. It's about optimizing your entire financial plan to give you the best possible retirement experience given your unique situation, health, family circumstances, and financial resources. What makes this decision even more complex is that it's not reversible in most cases. Once you start Social Security, you generally can't change your mind and restart at a later age for higher benefits. That's why getting this decision right is so crucial. If you're married, the decision becomes even more intricate because you're optimizing for two people with potentially different life expectancies, health situations, and benefit amounts. Sometimes the optimal strategy involves one spouse filing early while the other waits. Sometimes both should wait. Sometimes both should file early. The right answer depends on your specific numbers and circumstances. One thing I want to emphasize is that Social Security is incredibly complicated. There's no one-size-fits-all solution, and what works for your neighbor or friend might be completely wrong for you. This is why it's essential to educate yourself thoroughly on your options or work with a qualified financial advisor who specializes in Social Security optimization. The bottom line is this: filing for Social Security at 62 can absolutely be the right choice, but only in specific situations and only after careful analysis of your complete financial picture. Don't let anyone tell you it's always wrong to file early, just like you shouldn't let anyone tell you it's always right to wait until 70. Your Social Security decision is one of the most important financial choices you'll make in retirement. Take the time to understand all your options, run multiple scenarios, and consider how this decision fits into your broader financial plan. The few hours you spend getting this right could be worth tens of thousands of dollars over your lifetime. If this video helped clarify the complexity of Social Security timing decisions, make sure to subscribe for more retirement planning insights. And remember, when it comes to your financial future, what's right for someone else might not be right for you. The goal isn't to maximize your Social Security benefits in isolation, it's to optimize your entire retirement plan for your specific situation and goals.